This is not a joke. I had a friend ask me, hey, is this movie part of the Marvel Universe? No. No, it is not. To any of you that think, oh, the word Avenger is in this title, like, this must be a Marvel movie. No. I'm sorry to tell you that. This is definitely not a Marvel movie. The Toxic Avenger stars Peter Dinklage and is about a horrible toxic accident transforms janitor Winston into a new evolution of hero, the Toxic Avenger. From director Macon Blair, most well known as an actor, he had a small part in the movie Green Room. We're talking his brand new movie, The Toxic Avenger. I know a lot of people in the horror community specifically who are big fans of that original movie from 1984. Some of you have not even heard of The Toxic Avenger. Like, I seriously had a few people ask me, is this a Marvel movie? And I'm like, no, don't go see this movie thinking you're going to go see Iron Man. No, you're not going to see that. I have seen the original 1984 Toxic Avenger movie. I have not seen any of the sequels, and I have not seen the animated show. But I do know what they are, and I know what that first movie is. And so this movie, I believe it was filmed in 2022, I could be wrong, but it premiered in a festival like in 2023, and it's been a few years, and you can thank Terrifier 3 for doing what it did and being good, and they got distribution from the same people. I believe it was Bloody Disgusting, Cineverse, something like that. Same people who produced Terrifier 3 distributed this movie, which I just want to say that's really awesome. It's really hard getting a movie made, especially when you're doing a 2025 Toxic Avenger. Like, I bet it was really hard to get this in a movie theater screen. And so for it to finally come out, like, that is a huge, big congratulations to the director, the creators of this movie, just everyone involved. Like, seriously, it's a big deal that this movie got put in theaters. And sitting in a theater tonight, there was no one in my theater tonight. I walked out and I said, you know what? For 2025, this is exactly what I expected. But I do know people, hardcore fans of that original movie, who are not going to like this movie. But I have to say, it's 2025. You're not going to get that original movie. That original movie, that can't be released today. That cannot be made. Kids get hurt, like, brutally in that first 10 minutes of that movie. There's a lot of sexual activity involving a blind woman and a dog. It's gory, it's stupid, but it has enough fun and charm. If you want to go watch it, go and find it. The hardcore horror fans can find it. So let's talk about this new movie. And again, I was intrigued on seeing it because I was like, how the hell are they going to make a new Toxic Avenger? And I've been waiting a while to see this movie. And I will say this, biggest positive right off the bat, the creators of this movie, the director who also wrote it, it felt like there was care given to this movie. Like, when you watch that original movie, it doesn't feel like a movie. It doesn't feel like there's a beginning, middle, and end. It just feels like shit happens, and it's crazy as fuck, and things just happen, and it's awesome in a particular way in 1984. This movie actually has character, actually has a story throughout the whole movie, and it has its crazy moments, but it's also really kind of sweet. Like, it's also a movie that you care about Peter Dinklage. In this movie, he plays a person who has this kid. He doesn't have a wife anymore, and this kid is very much not popular at school. He wants to dance, and he's very nervous. He's got a little tick, whatever. And then Peter Dinklage learns that he has a disease that he's going to die in a year, and so he basically says, hey, Kevin Bacon, give me money that a company I work at, I want you to help me out. Things happen, he gets put into Toxic, and he becomes Toxie. And man, he fucks some people up in this movie in a lot of gory, unrated way, because this movie is unrated, and this movie knows when to have character moments, and I give the movie respect. You're making a Toxic Avenger movie, and there are literal moments in this movie I'm like, oh, that was a well-written scene, that was a good character moment. Like, I really just gotta give it up to him for even caring about this movie. Like, this movie could be easily a dumpster fire, horrible, but there's care put in this movie. The makeup design on Toxie, I actually really liked. The original is very iconic, you could say, but this new one, it really worked in my opinion. I will say this, I did learn that Peter Dinklage was never in the suit, It's a different actor. I should have known the actor's name who's playing Toxie, the physical, but Peter Dinklage's voice is coming out, obviously. They probably just did voice dub, or they had to. There are moments I can tell, I'm like, yeah, that Peter Dinklage is not in that suit, you can tell. But for the most part, I think Peter Dinklage did a very good job, especially before becoming Toxie. You feel bad for the guy. He's the janitor. He gets bullied a little bit. He gets made fun of. Then he becomes sick. And he's like, I gotta find money somehow. And then when he turns into Toxie, then it's just like, all right, now go kill people with your Toxic Avenger mop. Like, it gets ridiculous, but it has to. Because it's a Troma movie, kind of. And I'm pretty sure Troma produced this movie. Troma is the original company who made Toxic Avenger. And I believe Puppet Master, they've done a lot of shitty horror movies, but they're cult classics to many. But with this movie, it knows how to balance its really stupid, dumb, gory moments and then have character moments between Jacob Tremblay and the dad. And I appreciate the director giving care to this movie. And like I said, I like the makeup on Toxic Avenger. I will say when they do practical effects, like there's one little bird that's got like a toxic in it, I like seeing that. It's a real puppet, whatever. There's really cool makeup in the third act. The third act, the original Toxic Avenger is very anticlimactic in my opinion. This third act was exactly what it needed to be. Over the top stupid, and it was very entertaining. Is it dumb? Fuck yeah, it is. Did I need to see Toxic Avenger dick? No, but you do. And for it being unrated, I feel like, in my opinion, I've seen worse that's not unrated, so I'm not gonna lie to you, I don't see why it's unrated. Maybe there's a few shots in the movie I'm like, all right, that's pushing it. I mean, you get to see blood and guts get yanked out of a spot that I did not expect, and I will say, like, there are moments I'm like, this is unrated, but for the most part, I'm like, Terrifier 3 deserved to be unrated. This movie, because a lot of it is CGI blood, and I didn't like any CGI blood. I did not like it. It was so bad. It was so noticeable. There's a lot of really bad green screen, but man, like, it kind of like added to the fact of the movie, because like when those moments happen, they are really over the top, and I mean they are over the top. It's supposed to be silly. It's supposed to be stupid, but there are just moments I just can't get over. Like, I'm sitting in the movie by myself. There was no one in this theater, so I couldn't hear anyone laugh. I did chuckle a few times. There was a lot of good sound bits, whatever, and imagery, whatever. But I will say I wasn't, like, busting out laughing, whatever. I wasn't, like, blown away by this movie. Like, the movie itself, the story is very predictable. It's a son-father relationship kind of movie, and then by the end of it, you got a main bad guy in Kevin Bacon. You got Elijah Wood in there giving a very wacky performance. I love seeing him. I feel like everyone in this movie did their part. But by the end of it, I will say it's not a movie that it's going to stick with me. Like, Terrifier, those movies, the guts, the gore, how practical they are, they stick with me. This movie, because of the just really bad CGI and just the very easy plot and just nothing about this movie really stood out to me besides the look and the adventure of Toxie. That's all this movie really offers me to, like, a new audience. But new audiences probably aren't going to like the original, so they'll probably be more towards this one, which actually feels like a story. I mean, like I said, the last scene in this movie, like, it's after the credits start, there's one more scene. It's a really sweet moment, and you wouldn't expect that in a movie that also involves blood, guts, brains, blood everywhere, and penis and boobs, and it's just a movie that could have been way worse, but there was care given to this movie, and I like those moments. There are moments that are really silly and over the top that this is not a movie I'm going to revisit anytime soon. I've not revisited the original. I've only seen it once. And this movie, I will say, is it better? If you want the mean spirit movie, the one that you want those certain scenes and how stupid it is, go watch the original. This goes for more tame in 2025, but it does give you a lot of gore. It's CGI gore, but it gives you a lot of gore. So again, I didn't love it, but I was entertained for what it was. It's Toxic Avenger 2025. It could have been way worse, but it's watchable. I'm going to give the Toxic Avenger a C. And again, some people in the horror community are going to love this movie. They are going to fall in love with it. They can't wait to go see it. I know someone that lives in a different state. They went and gone saw it tonight, and it was a packed theater. I wish. I live in South Carolina. There was not a soul in my movie theater, okay? So I saw it by myself. Anyway, guys, if you guys enjoyed this movie review, let me know what you think. If you go and see it, please let me know. Did you have an audience? What did you think about it? Have you seen the original? I want to know about this movie particularly because I've been waiting to see it. And again, it could have been better in the way of like the genes of Toxic Avenger, in my opinion. But for what it is, it's pretty much what I expected. Anyway, guys, enjoy this movie review. I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye, everybody.